Welcome to Bedtime Stories. No pain, no gain. Once upon a time there lived a clever and cunning king who ruled his kingdom. He was known for his wealthy and witty. He was always curious and excited about the thought of welfare of his people. He was also known for his unique ways of evaluating his kingdom's people, and this made him a beloved and respected ruler. He sometimes ventured outside his palace, in disguise to see what the peoples were doing. One day, the king wanted to test his people, and so he devised a cunning plan to be actioned. He ordered his men to place a large and huge boulder on the busiest road in the kingdom, hoping to see who would rise to the challenge. He sat in a corner in disguise to see the people's reactions. The king was sure and aware that for all his actions, there would obviously be an equal and opposite reaction. The king disguised himself as a commoner, observed from nearby. He watched as several merchants, courtiers, and even knights, all chose to simply walk around the obstruction. The road was quite busy, and because of the huge boulder in the middle of the road, it made difficult for the people to move about. The wealthy and influential among them blamed the king for the boulder on the road, but none made an effort to remove the obstacle. The crowd kept increasing, but the boulder remained unmoved. People walked and bypassed the boulder even though it was difficult and tiring to move around. Nobody paid attention or wanted to do something about it. The king said, "This is interestingly exciting. People are aware of the problem and situation, but are not doing anything to overcome a solution." As time passed, a wealthy merchant approached the same spot on the road. He saw a huge boulder that obstructed his path. He yelled, "What is the king doing with our taxes? He is not taking care of anything to rectify the problem." The king laughed at him silently from a distance. The merchant bypassed and walked over the boulder with his men. Another well-off rich man arrived at the scenario. He also made the same comment and started to crib about the king's plan for infrastructure, but did nothing about the situation. The king was quietly watching everything. He was amazed to see how the richest behaved seeing the boulder. When he was thinking of the challenged outcome, he saw a poor woodcutter carrying wood on his head arriving at the spot. Upon reaching the boulder, the woodcutter didn't complain or look for another way. Instead, he laid down his load and examined the large boulder blocking his path. He spotted the boulder and saw people suffering for no reason. The boulder was causing a trouble to all. He unloaded the wood and started pushing the heavy boulder. He pushed, sweating profusely, but nobody helped him to move the boulder on the side. The woodcutter was a hard laborer. He worked hard even though he was tired of carrying the wood. The woodcutter, despite his fatigue and the growing blisters on his hands, didn't give up. He understood the value of hard work and was not deterred by the size of the challenge. Eventually, he managed to push the boulder outside of the road. To his surprise, he found a sack underneath the boulder. He took the sack and opened it. He found a handful of gold coins with a note. The note said, "Whoever has moved and removed this boulder with so much of pain, gets it a gift for his gain." The king watching from far away, he came to the woodcutter and said, "This bag of gold is yours. It is the gain for all your pain." He was astonished to realize that it was a challenge planned by the king, and he had passed and overcome the challenge. He was surprised that nobody tried to do the same and missed the reward. The disguised king then revealed himself and thanked the poor woodcutter for his efforts. He praised his spirit and dedication. The woodcutter then hurriedly and happily went home, loading the wood on his head. His days of struggle were over. The king was happy that the reward went to someone deserving. From then on, the woodcutter was known for his courage and determination. He used the gold wisely, by improving his quality of life and contributing to the kingdom. His tale became a beacon of inspiration. The clever king proclaimed in his kingdom that an obstacle in life offers a chance to change one's condition. These obstacles make us stronger to thrive, and hard work always pays off. It is so rightly said, when there's no pain, there is no gain. So the moral of this story is that every obstacle you face offers an opportunity to improve. If you like the story, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Good night.